All right, welcome to another episode of Sunday Dinner with Fortune. So today we're going to do a little dessert and a smoothie to go along with it. Doing something with some fruit, okay? Because Mama's already made in the back. She's already had some pot roast she made today with some cornbread on the side, some mashed potatoes, and some green beans on the side over there. Wow, my mouth just started watering just thinking about it again, right? So, along to go along, that's going to be a heavy meal there today, so what I want to do is have like a little light snack for a dessert to go along with it, and maybe a little smoothie to help things, to cleanse things out later on this week. So, I'll go ahead and make a smoothie later on for this episode, but also going to show you a little small, quick snack we're going to do here using some apples, okay, we're using a banana, we're going to have some oranges that's going in there. These are some mandarin oranges. We have some raisins right there, some oats, everything. We have a little bit of orange juice added in there also, right? And a little bit of cinnamon for some extra flavor. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started with this here today. Start off, I need to get some all-purpose flour going here. About a cup, a heaping cup, all-purpose flour. Boom. This is nicely labeled flour. Get a heaping cup and scoop in there. Get done with that. To this heaping cup of flour, we're going to add these oats. This is about 2/3 of that's actually a cup of oats. Just gonna mix those up together quickly. Just stirring them up together. And to this, I'm going to add just a pinch of this ground cinnamon. You know, cinnamon goes a long way. Don't really have to have a whole lot of cinnamon. So I'm really just putting a pinch. Put a pinch in there. Let's go with 2 pinches because I like cinnamon. Alright. I'll set this aside real quick. Wow. What we're going to do next here in this bowl, we're going to put half stick of butter. This has been sitting here for it to get it to room temperature. So I'm going to put this stick of butter in here. Add to this stick of butter, we're going to add, this is 2/3 a cup of packed brown sugar. Woo. See, it comes out of one big clump. That lets you know it's packed. And we're going to stir it up. Stir it up. Mix it all together real good. Just folding it into each other. Oh, getting some on the table. It happens. Seems like every time I do this, I have to get a little something on the table. Now, if you really want to, you can just get in here with your hands, which is what I really want to do, which is what I'm about to do. Get in here with my hands and just mix it up. Get it done much quicker. For me, anyway. Right, get into there, pick it up, fold it into there, right, fold it into there. You're really just trying to get the butter and the brown sugar mixed up to a good consistency, okay? Fold it up, and that's the reason why you need to have your butter at room temperature. This is going to take a long time to do. You want to get it all mixed up together right room temperature. Okay? Now, I want to add flour mixture to this. Keep stirring it together. And this is going to go on the bottom. This is almost like a crust, if you want to call it that. But it's more of a base than anything else. the base for the little snack we're gonna make. Still getting all sticky all over my fingers. It's okay. I don't mind. Well, there's probably an easier way to get this from sticking from your fingers. I don't really mind getting my fingers all in there. The last bit of that in there. We'll mix these all together too. And again, we're trying to get this all mixed together. Get a nice consistency in there. And this, as soon as I get it fixed up, mixed up together, it's going to be on the base of a pan. Because we already have the oven going at 365 degrees. So we're going to bake this. Initially, we're going to bake it for 15 minutes. And while that's baking, we're going to cut up some, while that's baking, not baking, we're going to cut up this, the banana and the apples here. So, that's good and mixed up. Excellent. So now, take some of the mix. We're going to save some of the mix. We're going to save some of this to go on top. We're just going to mash this into the bottom. Okay. There's going to be a real thin layer on the bottom here. And again, I'm using my fingers. I like using my hands. Makes things work a little bit faster than I know. Why? I don't know. This works faster for me. My grandma always used her hands. Learned how to do the beginning of my cooking from my grandma. So, there we go. Trying to get it all in the corners, get it kind of even. Spreading it all out. There we go. But I'm going to use this big knife. You definitely just stick with what you have. Use a butter knife or something like that if you have it. Just slice it up real quickly. Woo, they're running. They're running everywhere. Throw those into the bowl. Bloop. Bloop. Little piece for me. Tastes good to me. Taste check. Now, another apple. I'm using a red apple for this. Use whatever flavor you want to. And it needs to be peeled. Further had to be peeled. Go. You don't have to peel it up. I don't mind my apples not being peeled because I eat mine with the skin on anyway. Plus, I like the texture of the skin being on there. Some pieces are going to have this little core here. You want to get some. You do not want to cook the core, however. Do not want to cook the core. And I'm just doing a real quick dice on these apple slices. You want to try to get them as consistent as you can. Not to be perfect. We're not being perfect here. We're just trying to make it good. Oh, almost done. Good. That's a good apple. Much as you can have fun while you're cooking. And I don't need all this last piece of apple. So these last couple pieces I'm gonna put in here just to save them. I don't need all of them. I almost tossed that before it was ready. Last piece here. Now we have all the apples in there. We have the bananas. We have the oranges all in there. What we're missing next? Oh, we lost the raisins. We're putting the raisins in there. Raisins. Nice little blend there. I'm just gonna put a little bit of orange juice in here. It's not very much. Just a little splash. That's enough orange juice. And of course we need one more pinch. We need one more pinch of the cinnamon. Now this is going to be the topping that goes, in here into, just one more pinch. This is going to be the topping that goes on between, the topping we have left right here and what we already have, the base that's already in the oven cooking. Next section, while the base is baking for the special desserts we're making there, it's in the oven baking. We're going to go ahead and make a little small smoothie. I'm going to start off with the piece of the banana we have left, right? We just might as well use it. And my sister, she's a personal trainer and an occupational therapist, and she's got my family all really big on these smoothies, the smoothie tip. So everybody, well, at least my mom, my sister, and I, my mom and my sister and I are all eating more fruits, more vegetables, and we're drinking smoothies.
So when it comes to low-hanging fruit, what can I say, right? You know, when you go to an apple orchard or an orange grove and you're out there going to go pick some of these fruit for yourself, if you watch the seasoned pickers, you notice they don't start at the bottom. What they do is they climb to the top of the tree or get to the top of the tree and they start picking from the top and work their way back down. Now why is that? I mean, there's two reasons that I'm going to illustrate here or speak about here. First reason is that the fruits at the top of the tree are usually more ripe and more juicy, more sweet than other fruits of the tree as you go down, because they're more exposed to the sunlight, photosynthesis, or whatever that type stuff is. Okay, I'm not a scientist. But the point being, the more fruit that's up there on the top is juicier, sweeter, and more ripe usually than the fruit that's down at the bottom. Now we've been told a lot often that we should get and pull the low-hanging fruit because it's, first off, it's the easiest to get to, okay? But in the end, do we really want to do that? I mean, I am one, in my opinion, to say that we should go be grabbing the high fruit, the fruit from the top of the tree, and work our way back down, Okay? That's the reason why when I went to go look for a mentor, I wasn't just trying to look for a mentor that's just any old person that knows a little bit of something about something. What I went to, and when I go look for a mentor, I'm looking for the top. I'm looking for the guru's guru. And that's real talk. I'm not telling you have to go that far as find the guru's guru, but what I do say is start at the top. If it comes to sales, we're not saying to go, and I'm in sales, low-hanging fruit, it's the people that you know right around you. But what I'm telling you, or pick up the phone book and just call and starting the letter Z and working your way through A and just calling everybody, cold calling through the phone book. No, that's not what we're asking you to do from that's low-hanging fruit. What we want you to do is go find out who is the president of a company, who is the lead decision maker of a company, and get in touch with them when it comes to your sales. When you're looking for a relationship, I'm not telling you to settle for anybody that's just around you because that's all you can get. I'm telling you to go after that woman that you see that it's like, oh, that's the one right there. Okay? Or for a woman that sees that man like, man, he's got it going on right there. You go after that person, not just settling for what just comes your way. Second thing that the picker knows, the seasoned picker knows, is that if he starts at the bottom of the tree and he starts putting these fruits in his bag, the gravity's working against him as he starts climbing up this tree. So as he climbs the tree, putting more and more stuff into his bag, the bag is getting heavier and heavier and heavier, right? So it makes sense for him to start at the top, and that way as he works his way down, the bag is getting heavier and heavier. By the time the bag is its heaviest, he's on the ground, peeling the low-hanging fruit finally. Okay? Same thing goes for yourself. Why work against the laws of nature? Work with them. The laws of nature say you're going to raise yourself up to the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Okay? So if I'm going around and trying to be around the top people, I'm going to immediately become one of those top people. Now, I'm not telling you that just because you're picking the top fruit that you are the top fruit. But what I am saying is you keep picking enough of the top fruit, you will eventually become one of those top fruit. Okay? And then you work your way down as you help and build some other people up as a responsible human being is, as a good mentor, as someone who's gone through a struggle, telling your story to the next person to help them become some of the top fruit. Okay? That's all I have to say about this today. But here's one last thing I ask for you to do. Okay? Got two things we actually do actually. First, you should like or share this post if you found some value in it. Okay? Second thing I want you to do is to leave a comment or ask a question below. Okay? Another episode of Sunday Dinner with Fortune. So, see you next week.
Off the top. Oh, that's going to be so good. We'll pop this back into the oven for 15 minutes.